My name's Dan Buckle and I'm winemaker at Langi Ghiran. It's vintage time for us at the moment. We're right now picking Riesling and just starting to get into a few of the Shiraz wines as well.
Oh, okay. So Riesling was your first?
We've finished the Pinot Gris, that comes in first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the Shiraz comes on a bit later. So we're in a very cold part of Victoria, so we're among the last Shiraz vineyards to pick in Australia. And Mount Langi Ghiran sits about 200 kilometres to the west of Melbourne, so it's about a 2-hour drive from Melbourne, in the Grand Hills region.
Yes.
It's a very, very old granite mountain, and for that we have very special granitic topsoils, and I think it's a really well-suited place for Shiraz.
Oh, okay. And Shiraz is your focus then?
We do about 80% of our production Shiraz, and it is our big focus. Yeah,
oh, okay.
Interested in spicy and medium-bodied complex Shiraz wines.
Oh, okay. And what inspired you to, into the wine industry as a winemaker?
That's a good question. Aside from alcoholism.
Yes, aside from that.
I did an arts degree when I finished high school and majored in languages and classical studies, and which doesn't land you a job, and I didn't want to be a teacher. And I spent a lot of time working in bars and restaurants and increasingly interested in the wine side of that.
Oh, okay.
So I knew I wanted a job where I'd be making something you can touch. And
yes.
I didn't want a desk job, so I did a applied science degree at Charles Sturt Uni and never looked back.
Oh, okay. And how long have you been with Mount Langi?
I started at Mount Langi in 2003, so this is my 7th vintage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And have you been overseas to do any vintages there?
I've done 3 vintages in France.
Okay.
So in Bordeaux in 97, Champagne in 99, and 2001 in Burgundy.
Okay. So what was the highlight for you over there in the European?
I think Burgundy would have had to have been the real highlight, and I was working in Vin Romanée, so that was a really exciting place to be at that time.
Okay.
Some very good wines and some really amazing old vineyards. And a lot of nice history there, and the wines are delicious.
Okay. Do you have a favourite food and wine combination at present?
You'd have to say good lobster with Chardonnay, duck with Pinot Noir. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, they do go.
Yeah, I think our wine's really good with venison. Shiraz and venison seem to go very well together.
Yeah. And how's it looking for the 2010 vintage?
I think it's looking great. I'm very happy with this season. We've had water for the first time in a long time.
Yes.
So it's been really dry the last 10 years at Mount Langi, and last September we had, for once, we had some good rains. So the vines look really healthy, and it's really slowed up into autumn the last couple of weeks, so we're just going to let it all tick out.
Oh,
Starting
okay.
to see some really interesting peppery flavours in the Shiraz already, which is very promising.
Okay. So this is your range, so could you just talk us through a few of your wines?
We're doing about 80% Shiraz, but as far as whites go, we make a little bit of Pinot Gris, so and a little bit of Riesling. The Cliff Edge Pinot Gris comes exclusively from the Langi vineyard. It's grown on granite soils at Mount Langi. I'm just trying to make a quite refreshing, not too big and fat type of Pinot Gris. I'm looking for more, I suppose, pear and honeysuckle flavours there.
Okay, so what do you attribute to the new interest that everyone seems to have in Pinot Gris or Grigio?
Pinot Gris, Grigio's growing in popularity because people are moving away from Sauvignon Blanc, and they're looking for something that's new and exciting and a bit different. Unwooded whites in particular, still growing in popularity. People like that. It's quite easy drinking and very friendly wine. It goes well with a huge amount of food, so it's an easy fit.
Yes, the food friendly has a lot to do with it, doesn't it?
The Riesling comes from 3 vineyards, the Mount Langi vineyard and a Great Western very old vineyard we have that's 100 years old, and another parcel from down south on red soil. So I'll try to really do something a bit different to the mainstream with Riesling, and I'm looking for something that's not just all about lime cordial flavours and something a bit more flinty perhaps, and some lemon blossom kind of aromas.
Yes, you can taste that in it. Actually.
Cliff Edge is what we call the baby Langi, so Shiraz. This is Grampian Shiraz, and the majority of it grown at Mount Langi. And as with Langi Shiraz, I'm just trying to make something that goes a bit beyond what you might call rich red fruity Shiraz. Majority of Australia's Shiraz fits that category, but I know that you can, when Shiraz is great, it can be many-embodied and delicate, and also have spice or perfume elements to it, even savouriness, which is the elusive thing, but that's what I see as most exciting about the Shiraz variety, and what you can do in cool climates when it's carefully grown.
Okay, and so you think that is an offshoot of being a cooler climate wine?
Oh, definitely, yeah. You need the longer ripening season for those flavours to come. So at this time of year, we're starting to see the pepperiness coming up in the wine. So certainly not a green aspect, it's something that comes quite late in the season. But it's something that switches on in the Shiraz grape that we like. You need that low cropping, cool environment to get to that stage of ripening.
Oh, okay. So you're out there tasting every other day,
yeah,
See?
We've got a little dog to talk. She eats a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, we spend a lot. It's good. It's actually quite healthy to get out and walk in the vineyard and eat some grapes.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. And is that something you learn, or just learn from experience, and practice when things have reached the?
It starts with a little bit of bullshit, but with experience and time, you learn what you're looking for.
And when the optimum time is to.
Well, you can do all the lab analysis on grapes, but really it's all about the flavours that are in there. And I think similarly, you can get lost in technology and winemaking trickery, but getting the right fruit into the winery is the trick, and that's the main game. And getting it harvest timing right is really, really important. And so you have to be out there eating grapes all the time.
Okay.
And rubbing them on your fingers and looking at them.
Well, sounds tough.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.